Rhythm and Soul Radio. I am Marco Nobles. We still have our virtual studio open. We are thankful to just talk with Harriet Rosebud, who is presenting the Great American Hat Show on Saturday, May 20th at the Alhambra Ballroom in Harlem, New York. And one of the featured designers during this show is joining us in the virtual studio now, Larry Underwood, House of Underwood. Sir, how are you? Thank you for joining us.
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me. I've been looking forward to it.
Excellent, excellent. So, you are involved in the Great American Hat Show. Now, you as a designer do designs, primarily for men and all styles of design, not just hats. So, it's interesting that you're involved in this particular Great American Hat Show. One of the elements, though, I think that makes sense is because it's taking place in Harlem. Harlem is so synonymous with fashion, and you're located in Washington Heights, just north of Harlem. You're a Harlem neighbor.
Yes. Yes, I am. Yeah, I've been up here for 28 years.
Right, right. And you've been here for 28 years, and you've been doing fashion for a little over 30, right?
Yes, that is correct. Yeah, I started even longer than that. I started sewing when I was in high school and was the first male to put on a fashion show in my high school.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. What high school was that?
Oh, that was in New Jersey, Perth Amboy, New Jersey, and that was back in 1977.
Okay, okay. And so you've always had the fashion bug. What led you to fashion?
Um, Watching my parents and my older siblings and just like the way that they would dress, and in the black community in my family, it was like a event to get dressed to go out somewhere. And
Hmm.
so I was just always drawn towards that.
Right.
Even if you had a dollar, you could dress like a millionaire.
And that's interesting because that is an extension of what we're talking about the hat show and the elements of fashion. The theme of this hat show is 70s soul style, and there's a lot of that that remains in our communities, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
Um, your family was made a big deal about dressing up and going out. There's a certain style that was there. There's a certain style that is in Harlem from the Harlem Renaissance to today. I don't know if we've lost that style because I think it seems very different now. And you could probably speak to it, given all of the designs that you do. Do you still feel that there is that sense of the importance of dressing up and stepping out?
Yeah, I think it is. And especially for the now generation, and part of my mission and goal coming up is to kind of educate them on the black designers and everyone that came before them and tell them about how it was a sense of pride. My new collection is inspired by an old movie called Cotton Comes to Harlem.
Mm.
And so I want to recreate a lot of that, and show the younger people and mix with the older generation, and then have them collaborate and open up a conversation. Because when you're all dressed up in fashion and style, you need something to do, and why not a educational conversation?
Excellent, excellent. As you mentioned that again, we're talking about the Great American Hat Show taking place May 20th at the Alhambra Ballroom in Harlem, 126th Street and Adam Clayton Powell Jr. Boulevard. Um, you happen to be, I believe, the only male designer that'll be participating in this hat show. Is that something that you are used to, or how different is that? Because you're in shows, all over the world,
Yeah.
and and it's, I guess, a little different to be. Maybe there's usually only one female or one black female designer in a show. In this case, you're the only male designer in a show.
Yeah. I like the fact of like blending in and marrying the two of my men's wear with Harriet's hat and with her women's wear and the models and everything. And this is I've been doing this for maybe my third or fourth year with her, if not
Mm,
longer. And
mm,
I like it. I like the challenge of mixing the two, because for those women in the audience, they have husbands, sons, and brothers, And so
mm.
now they get to see, the fashion and the hat side of menswear also.
Right, right. So you mentioned your new line is kind of based on the film Cotton Comes to Harlem. So will we see some of that as as a part of the fashions during the show coming up on the
Yes,
20th?
you will. You would see everything from my interpretation of James Brown, "Say It Loud, I'm Black and I'm Proud," to Isaac Hayes with the chains on his head.
Excellent, excellent. So, what continually inspires you? I mean, you've been doing this over 30 years. What continually inspires you as you always have to look for new designs for new spring wear, new summer wear, new fall, etc. What inspires you to continue to, you know, come up with these new lines?
Um, my inspiration comes from I love music and I love researching history of past fashion designers or models or just different eras, and I like thinking in my mind the interpretation when I see a young person on the train or dressed
Mm,
up. I just imagine, okay, what would they look like in House of Underwood designs? Yeah.
right, right.
And I like
Now,
taking the classic and mixing it with the new.
excellent. Now we mentioned you're a Harlem neighbor. You're based in Washington Heights. Is that where you work, or is that a full showroom location for House of Underwood?
Yes, it's actually, yeah, where I work as well. Yeah. And
Okay.
my showroom location.
Okay, so you can have people can actually come and view and think about what they want and purchase it on the spot from you.
Yes. Yeah.
Excellent. And you've been there, and you now did you start off with your showroom and location in New Jersey and move to Harlem?
No, I actually started out in California,
Okay.
and then I came back here, and then I did set up, and I was in Midtown Manhattan, and then I moved up here to
Okay.
Washington Heights.
Excellent, excellent. So again, Larry Underwood, House of Underwood, participating in the Great American Hat Show presented by Miss Harriet Rosebud. It'll take place on Saturday, May 20th at the Alhambra Ballroom on 126th Street and Adam Clayton Powell Jr. Boulevard. For those who want more information about the show, you can go to harrietrosebudhats.com. That's harrietrosebudhats.com. You'll be able to see the designs of one Mr. Larry Underwood, House of Underwood. Now, Mr. Underwood, if people want to get more information about House of Underwood and or visit the showroom or find out, what you have coming up, how can they find you, follow you, social media, all that good stuff?
They could follow me on social media with my hashtag is House of Underwood underscore.
Okay, and that's on all platforms.
That's on all platforms.
Okay, great. Excellent, excellent. Mr. Underwood, thank you for taking a couple moments. We wanted to be able to talk to you as well as we talked to Miss Rosebud about the show coming up. It's a very special show, a unique show. 70 Soul Style is the theme for the Great American Hat Show. Again, on May 20th at the Alhambra Ballroom, and it's an all-day show from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Not fashions all day, but there's a fashion show, there's lectures, there's working with your hands and creating some of your own designs as well. So it's a full day. Again, Mr. Underwood, thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much. And it was a pleasure talking with you.
Excellent, excellent. Rhythm and Soul Radio. We have more music getting us in that 70s soul style right now. Rhythm and Soul Radio.